Well, here's the thing. I want to be careful with what I'm about to say because new shows take time, right? Okay, so Stephen A. and ESPN's First Take, I was looking at some numbers of the ratings since Max Kellerman was removed from the program, and they've went in this direction of kind of Stephen A. versus Michael Irvin / Tim Tebow / The World. The ratings are a little down. But I do want to be careful here because typically when shows have overhaul, the ratings do go down. Either they spike up or spike down depending on who you bring in or who leaves out. And right now, Stephen A. is kind of debating against The World. There's no consistent co-host. Now, I am somebody who told y'all I thought the ratings would go down even if they brought in Michael Irvin or Tim Tebow, just because I think when you bring in those type of people temporarily, part-time basis, they're going to give you the spikes for social media. And if the Cowboys are off to a bad start, then the ratings I think will be, pretty good. Or if Florida beats Alabama, right, then I think the ratings for those shows with those gentlemen on it, respectfully, will be good. But not consistent. People like consistency in debate television. And when you don't have a consistent co-host, you're not going to get consistency. Right? That's it's simple math. Ain't nothing rocket science. I said that. That's what I thought would happen going in. But that's who Stephen A. apparently wanted. The Michael Irvins of the world, the Tim Tebows of the world. And it actually brings up a very interesting convo about Stephen A. Smith, in which a lot of people are having behind the scenes. I'm just one of the people that brings it to camera. Stephen A. without Skip Bayless is kind of struggling in debate-style television, and I love Stephen A., one of the biggest inspirations to me when I was coming up in journalism. As I still come up in journalism, I still look at his story as one of the great ones. But, Stephen A. will respect me for nothing else for my honesty. And as I look at some of the moves that have been made post the Skip Bayless era at ESPN in debate-style television, they don't make a lot of sense to me. And I think it kind of tells you, and Stephen A. has always given Skip his credit, but I think it kind of furthers the conversation of the Skip Bayless Stephen A. era was more about Skip Bayless than it was Stephen A. This is Skip's thing. As we get into the Undisputed, which is the show that competes against First Take in head-to-head, the only reason why ESPN's First Take ratings are above Undisputed ratings is because people are accustomed to watching ESPN and live programming happens over there for sports in the night. And some people just keep their TVs on ESPN. Again, that's the only reason why. If we're talking about the content that's being displayed from First Take versus the content that's being displayed on Undisputed, I have no stake in this fight at all. It's not even close. Like, Shannon Sharpe has become the biggest thing in debate-style television ever. You understand what I'm saying? Ever. And you need a guy in Skip Bayless that allows you to become that. Skip Bayless is 2 for 2 in debate-style television. Like, let's call a spade a spade. Him and Stephen A. made magic. I'll still say that was probably the first real home run in debate-style television, which was them two together. It put Stephen A. in the best element for himself to be that personality that he is. That personality seemingly only works well with Skip. Skip moves on to go to Fox, FS1. He's kind of taking a back seat to Shannon Sharpe, who's become your favorite uncle, who has become literally a social media darling. Like, he's a big deal. There's never been a bigger deal in debate-style television than Shannon Sharpe for a couple of reasons. He's got all the witty sayings that his grandma used to say. Also, probably most importantly, he's got the sports background. Like, who the hell am I to say something to Shannon Sharpe? He's a Hall of Fame tight end. I am not a Hall of Fame tight end, obviously. Like, he's and the knowledge is there. He's doing his homework. Him and Skip are just entertaining. Fox is obviously a lot more loose than ESPN because ESPN is ran by Disney. I got to be real with y'all. Like, Shannon Sharpe has become the biggest of deals. That is part of the decline of First Take when you mask all that up with the fact that they're going through a co-host change. So a lot's going on, man. And look, ESPN clearly is letting you know that their hand. They've already added Stephen A. to their NBA Countdown show again. Magic Johnson, Michael Wilbon will be joining Jalen Rose and Michael Greenberg as well. They're trying to get as much dollar bang for the buck out of Stephen A. they can. You're making over $12 million a year. You're going to try to utilize him in other spaces if the number one capacity you use him in ain't working right now. And First Take ain't working right now. It's not the talk. Like, you could just go into a barbershop and Listen to what people say. This is what I do, right? Because obviously I study this type stuff. Go into the barbershop and listen to what the casual fan says. I was listening to who last night? It used to be Stephen A. It still is Skip Bayless, but now it's just Skip and Shannon. Listen to people, listen to them talk. It's still Stephen A. sometimes, but it ain't nowhere near what it used to be. It's more about, I was listening to Skip and Shannon debate. It's the talk. What do people talk about? And obviously, if we go to the YouTube numbers, Shannon and Skip are killing it. And the ratings obviously I don't think they'll be able to surpass First Take because that ESPN FS1 gap is just too big. But it's as close as it ever has been. And I think in large part of that is because Stephen A. doesn't have a consistent co-host right now.